On a break number 10, Soho Hanover, McNair lost the 10. Here they come. They are off and trotting. International Money explodes from the 7-hole, goes for and gets command. On a break, Mountain of Love getting away from the gate. Outside speed from Signal Hill, who's second away. 7 and 7 secures the pocket spot there for Campbell from as they move into the first turn. Back into fourth goes Real Lucky Day. Trotting up in fifth is What the Hill. Sixth crossed over to get a seat as they trot that first turn. There inside, rides along King on the Hill. Then it's back to Victor Gio, followed by Jake. Backfield breakers are Mountain of Love and Soho Hanover the quarter in 28 flat. Here's Signal Hill, muscling up on the outside to try and grab the lead here for Waples. And up to take the lead now, there goes Signal Hill. Back into the pocket spot is International Money. Third inside by 2 more lengths, 7 and 7. Fourth to Real Lucky Day, gap of 2 more to What the Hill from in fifth. Sixth outside is King on the Hill, who commits to the outer flow, waits on some cover though. Shooting through at the rail in the meantime is Jake. Victor Gio's underway from an eighth, half up in 57 and a fifth. They move into the final turn. On that lead for Waples, Signal Hill. On top just over a length with the plugs pulled. Right there in the pocket spot, rides along International Money. Campbell commits now, off the rail third, goes 7 and 7. International Money pocket pops now for Zeron. So International Money taking it to Signal Hill. Right there third is 7 and 7. Fourth inside as they trot to 3/4, Jake now. Overland is Real Lucky Day. Not tonight for Mountain of Love, who's off stride at the rail. 3/4, 126 and 1. And as they come into the stretch, Waples tries to keep Signal Hill to task. Outside, brushing up comes International Money. And here's 7 and 7 on the grandstand side now as Campbell cuts them loose. And 7 and 7 strikes the front on the grandstand side and trots away in deep stretch. The William Wellwood Memorial for 7 and 7 by 3 lengths. Up the rail, second was Jake. Third was International Money. King on the Hill was fourth in 155 and 3.
All right, folks, head on in there quickly. All right, guys, you can spread out, folks. You can spread out. Spread out. It's gonna get blocked. All right, looking over here, guys. Looking here. Frank will grab the headshot. Come on up front. Perfect. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent.
William Wellwood Memorial Trophy will stay here in Ontario as Tom Durand, John Campbell, June Durand, Tom Smith, they end up, or Alan Smith rather, with their 7 and 7 capture this title. We'll start with winning driver John Campbell. What a catch drive to pick up here, John.
Yeah, that was a great surprise when I saw the late changes and I was down on him. I'd followed him and I knew what he was capable of and how well he'd raced for Tom all along. And I thought he was coming into the race very good.
Maybe just talk about the trip and your overall thoughts on this guy.
Well, he's just perfect to drive. I mean, anybody could drive him. He's just like a pro. Got out of the gate good, was laying third, and no pressure to come from behind till later on. And when I did move him, the horse in the 2-hole come out in front of him, and he had cover right into the stretch. And from there, he just did all his work.
You've had plenty of success in this race when it was formerly the Campbellville Stakes and then more recently the William Wellwood Memorial. Maybe just what does it mean to you to have your name etched on a trophy with that man's name on it?
Well, the Wellwood and Campbell families go back to the 1940s. My grandfather racing against Bill's uncle, and then my dad racing against Bill, and me racing against Bill, and our families have been friends for so many years. It really is a big thrill, and it's an honor to win a race that named after Bill Wellwood.
All right, great job, John. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in Tom. And Tom, you handed over the reins. This was a colt that I think you thought was pretty special right from day one.
Yeah, I just had a few things to iron out, and he was a little fussy behind the gate, and I got that smoothed out, and I said it was time to turn the lines over to the most experienced driver in the world.
The bird leaving the nest, I think is what I read earlier this week. You said you and your wife, June, campaigned this mare Alley-oop. Maybe take me back to the fall in Lexington when you guys had this one in the sale and then you bought him back.
Well, we liked the horse, and we just bid on him. That's all there is to it. And he was open to the public, and nobody else seemed to think that he was worth the money we paid for him. So we ended up with him.
I think he's worth that now.
Yeah, I do too.
Where do you go next with him?
We're going to give him about a month off here and try and get him ready for the Valley Victory at Woodbine.
So you're not going to have to travel with him. You keep him right here in home.
The plan was to keep him right here at home in Ontario, and it's probably a good thing for a 2-year-old not to get too many starts in him. And I'd like to say one other thing. I'd like to dedicate this race to my uncle George, who's been in the horse business lifelong. He couldn't make it tonight due to illness, and he's one of my biggest fans. So, Uncle George, my favorite uncle.
All right, enjoy it, Tom.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tom Durant, 7-7, takes the William Wellwood Memorial.